Vancouver. They've already been there.
Jesus
for
Christ! Look at that computer, though. This is a live camera. That's actually pretty cool that they did this.
No May though from Nanda is very interesting. It seems like it is just going to be the tour. Maybe they were expecting to go into more of a dive look from India, possibly looking at, you know.
Why does everyone have to why? Hi chat and Young Jay. Just because I shaved, it doesn't mean I'm like younger. I wish.
Yeah, Iron Man, Sojourn and May combo.
No, bro.
Love a Torbjorn though. Did I hear a Rock and Stone? And obviously mirroring on the Ramachas. Slightly different lineups across the whole thing here. Also seeing the Moira over the Baptiste.
I want my old Jay back. No.
They're playing the Lucio Moira version, which means they want to rush in, but they're also kind of missing the Sombra look. Typically, we do see a lot of Sombra Reaper together here. Quinn would have been your Sombra play, which would have put Nanda on the Reaper. It's really Ice Blood forced out an Iron Man, by the way, so yeah, India's losing resources here.
Australia have been able to just kind of muscle their way onto the point. That's really advantageous for them with that Torbjorn. They can just kind of set themselves up, lock the point down. It's really about how India are going to try to approach this. You can see Pummy snaking around the side, trying to catch those shots with the rail. Oh, Aki with the coalescence.
How was the gym?
No
awful.
And they've watched out Akash, Captain Crash soon to follow.
I hate going. I started going to the gym in the morning, and it sucks a little bit because I don't eat in the morning. I don't eat breakfast.
The game, I mean,
I feel so weak.
Gameplay just got away from India here, where they took too long to find an angle in. The opening ice walls weren't really isolating anybody. They really want cover if possible, but Australia are really well stacked together. You're not just going to find a single player, and they weren't able to sort of break through, find any sort of picks. Pummy's rails wasn't able to really build up towards anything significant there to find an opening. And
also, I don't know if any of you guys go to the gym.
Have advantage.
India now,
but
speaking of ultimates, do get to come
I had to take a poop today at the gym, and I am not using the gym bathroom, so I had to hold it in for the whole day.
Just trying to force Australia
it was the worst experience of my life.
Space to work with. You can see covers backed away. There we go. The opening pick onto Bertlog as Pummy catches a body shot with that rail. Nanda getting frozen up. They do have to go.
And you know what's the funniest thing is? If I don't want to use the gym bathroom, the closest bathroom that I know that's near it is a Taco Bell.
Very clean fight from India.
I mean, if Australia want to back out and not fight into the window, everyone needs to be out.
I'd rather shit my pants.
Anybody really still looking in and peeking, especially not your Lucio player. Maybe Kuffer could do it if he wants to be able to take a bit of extra damage for Aki to build up another coalescence. Still is able to tank up a decent amount, but for everyone else, it's too dangerous. And for
extra core workout having to clutch the whole day.
4v5. Australia could have still looked towards ultimates, but chose not to put in the Molten Core. Thought like Molten Core would have been decent there. That also allows Nanda to maybe go back over towards the May. Now he's going to be brought into this ultimate for at least one extra fight.
Deep that's disgusting.
Sound barrier very early from Bertlog there.
Tacos, appreciate the massive 4 months, my friend.
Finding his time on that. The lean into the amplification matrix first, goes ahead with the sound barrier now as Akash needs it. And there we go, the damage finder coming out to dust off Kuffer and Quinn. Having to dig a little bit deep on the ultimates there was India. Australia did commit 3 of their own though. India a little bit drained dry for this next defense, but so far continuing to hold.
Yeah, really strong. That's the second call out from Aki as well. So Australia's been up to
I should have stayed up to watch these games. These games are fucking good. It's not a 100 to 0 like we've been watching.
That Molten Core the last fight, so he gets to play the May a little bit earlier. A little bit less awkward for Australia. Now they're starting to run a composition that's a lot more natural, a lot more standard for what you would see.
I haven't watched the Korea versus Japan. I haven't watched any of the APAC games, Chad. That's what we're doing right now. So we will get to the Korea versus Japan, which I feel like is going to be fucking amazing.
Straight back though, fighting Quinn, who did have a Death Blossom available. Abs leading into the Immortality field, has to slip out of it. I think actually it might have run out. Kuffer just on a tear right now. Nearly had all the kills attributed to just him, so great fighting from Australia. Evened up percentage there from India, trying to just drag it out.
I've seen some like images. Did Japan and Korea do like a land?
Nana swaps over towards the May in the first ice wall in that fight, blocks out the LOS, so pretty much everybody on Team India.
They did a land. Oh, they knew how fucking anticipated that match was. I heard it was fucking amazing.
It's one of the unique sort of interactions that
bro.
Nemesis one, you can still get double damage, but
Korea had a land with people watching when Japan was overseas. Damn, that sounds so fucking cool, bro.
Sort of feather onto the point and wait for ultimates, wait for cooldowns. They've just kind of got to get stuck into it. Akash has that annihilation.
I want to go. You know what? I really want to go to an event, bro. I might go to BlizzCon this year, chat.
If
anyone's going to BlizzCon, I'm probably going to go to BlizzCon.
I think they managed to get enough defenses in place. The Blizzard helping slow things down there as well.
Thank God I'm not going. That's why I'm going.
Trying to pick up a few more kills now. Quinn still in the brawl. Hasn't got maximum value, and there we go. Drop down as well. Point still controlled by Australia right now. Yeah, extra sound barrier from Captain Prash. I don't know if that was necessary. Well, they'd already found, or they were about to finish off Aki, and they've got the point at least.
They wanted to secure it. They wanted to secure it because they were struggling to turn that fight around. They probably could have had it. This is a little extra, but they're looking for extra exit kills. It's forcing Nan and the Blizzard out.
Wait, this is a really fucking insane game. 99-99. I don't think anyone on that.
I liked what they were going for there. In theory, they were maybe trying to force the fight way away from the points that Australia couldn't even touch it. They ended up losing a cash. Now he's going to have to come back.
I have a trip in November. We could probably meet Jay. Crown only going to the US in November. BlizzCon, I think, is November 2nd and 3rd, though, so it has to be in the beginning. Also, right after BlizzCon is my birthday, November 9th.
Yeah, so they
I'm going to be turning
spend a little bit extra on the end. Looked at the time remaining, was 90% plus. They're thinking, look, if we can get another exit frag here, play through the coalescence, rush into spawn, force us some extra resources, just make Team Australia get desperate, make them force an error out of them. And I think that actually did happen. Nana pulled through an extra Blizzard just to try and save his team and not have India just run into their spawn. Australia had to split up their team. Quinn went Tracer to go for the touch. Burlock eventually got there as well. Their team was just not able to actually find a team fight. This is with the Karsh down. But the rest of Team India, as a four-man, kept the point going, kept the defense going.
I'm not turning 30 this year, chat.
Karsh comes back on a Doom anyway. With both Nanda and Quinn down that fight, it was over. Now we get to see the fire.
Very brave play working out, and yeah, we'll have to see what.
Look, I'm 18. Chat, I'm 17 right now. I can't grow facial hair.
Karsh Diva maybe, or is he going to stay on to this? They're going to go at least a Sombra. Let's see how much further they want to go.
Yeah, Winston.
Okay, they're going to go at least Winston. So Lucio Moira, Winston is pretty decent. I think if you wear the Diva, you'd probably then have to start thinking about Brigana. Maybe you change up a lot more of your composition, but all of those
brackets, though. Pretty sure must have 32 months, my friend.
Winston Mirror, outside of the fact that the supports are quite different on DPS.
And getting Captain Price in the early rotation. Duffer manually hacks out on the point, but not quite.
I have more facial hair, and I'm 14. I don't know if that's a brag or not, because by the time you hit 21, bro, you're gonna look like you've been divorced fucking 5 times with 16 kids. 3 mortgages. I wouldn't brag about that, bro. God damn.
At his disposal as usual, so yeah, very late death on him as the point cap goes over to Australia.
This is the problem dealing with a proficient fire player. Instant frags coming on through. Long range as well. I mean, you just have a singular player down. Captain Prash.
What's up, Zayra?
The rotation speed is slow now. India struggling to find targets. The great. You're still playing a dive call. You still need to be able to drop down and actually dive on a target. And really, it's Aki who they need to go after. And he's hacked out for now. Aki could be in trouble.
Gets him low to the ground. Captain Prash able to slip away, avoid most of those rockets. Has himself a barrage available. There we go, straight to the point. Drop side man immediately confirms on Abs and Pummy as well.
Nanda.
Very nicely done. Bit of a back cap from India.
Wait, he got 4.
Loses his own life to his own rocket. Bit of a lark, but Australia will be able to recap the point here.
And the race wasn't blocking.
If you are over 20, you are old. God damn, you're probably like fucking 7 years old then if you think that. Holy shit.
Stall to, boop away Burtlog, prevent the res, which would at least slow down Nanda. Not going to be the case. 37 plus now for Team Australia. India's still waiting for important ultimates.
Damn, it's about to rain again.
Very slow for Plumbing with that death.
Yeah, Pulse Bomb as well, connecting onto a cache. Doesn't quite kill him, but brings him low enough to be killed quickly there after Iron Man now with his own Pulse Bomb.
Australia's looking like a very strong fucking team, dude.
This is a lot of what the EU teams have to experience when they go up against Saudi Arabia. When Yazan drops on the fire, this is very hard to beat if you're not prepared.
Do we know the next brackets, chat? Does Australia go against Saudi Arabia?
I mean, it will require someone like Iron Man to at least at minimum go towards an Echo here. Pummy can realistically only go for the hacks onto Nanda, but that really hasn't happened either because he's mostly gone towards Aki, and they just haven't been able to dive on top of Aki.
Oh, once again, Captain Prash down early. This time it's not even Nanda, it's just Cuffer with a dive during the rotation, and now a cache in trouble. Has to pop a Primal Rage, going to be eating a lot of damage, and slept as well. Real heartbreaker. They do at least find Burtlog, but losing far more than they're gaining. Okay, another one. That's both supports out of the picture currently. India are able to catch the cap in the middle of all the chaos. A lot of damage coming across onto a cache. A little bit more than he bargained for, I think, with the one healer already dead, thanks to Cuffer. Cap does come through. Australia trying to take it back, so this gives India a little bit of breathing room, given that we're approaching final fight, but with these late deaths and Australia re-grabbing the point, that might be all she wrote for India. They're going in for it with an EMP. Pummy only finds Quinn with it, though. They just have to do something. Coalescence currently running out from Abs. Bertlog feeling a bit of a hurt log. Is he going to be able to get away with that? I don't think so.
Okay, that's opportunity now for Team India. Quinn was solo EMP'd. I mean, that's a very expensive way for Pummy to begin this fight. And, well, they sort of capitalize off the fact that they can convert onto Bertlog as well. Can they get further than this? Aki in a little bit of trouble here. It's Cutler hacked out, though. And Australia fully backed out. So India confirmed the point, rescued it at the 99% mark. And that was the first time we saw a bunch of ultimates as well. First EMP out of India, first call in out of India as well.
Well, now that they've got control of the point, they can maybe have a slightly
Oh shit, it's about a fucking storm again out here. Both teams are really decent, but I think Australia has a better team. I think Bertlog on Team Australia has won like the past 3 or 4 contenders in Australia. Apparently they're fucking disgusting.
Looking a little bit headless in that entire passage of play. Not a lot of cohesion between them. 99% already for Australia as they re-grab. I don't know if India are really going to get another shot at this. Pummy's barely, not even going to be able to touch, and Akash can't quite get there either.
And even if Akash did touch, he was on no HP. He's instantly dead as soon as he touches this, as we can see there. And into the map, so it's a difficult run through in Team India's first major.
It's tied 1-1.
Again, a very specialized play on a very specialized hero, and they need to quickly in this series figure out a solution, because this can and will continue. I mean, part of the solution is if India loses this map and they get choice of next map, they have what, like 6 different maps they can choose from, of which there's plenty of options to play against Safari. It goes something like Circuit Royale. There's no way Nanda plays Safari there, so there's that. But then you have to think about map 3. You have to think about the fact that Australia has map choice there. Coliseo is like...
Do I take supplements for the gym? No, I just eat.
In any case, Australia are going to change composition, so if India wanted to counter this round, they would have invaded. They
eat.
They want to play ball again.
Kaffa rolling out on an Orisa, interestingly.
Yeah. Kaffa's, I think, we've seen a tiny bit of Orisa, and it does sometimes
no
come
protein powder, no.
on a Sanctum map.
Unless I miss a meal.
But Solution more
protein powder is just like a
shrine as well, just again different tags.
Just eat. No pre-workout. Nope.
Come down to ultimates. Aki on the Moira. We've seen early coalescences be.
That's why you're small.
Very fight defining.
Damn, unlucky.
Back on Shrine.
What will I ever do with my life?
Just taking their time, kind of firing along across this.
It's open though. India's capping.
They have the rotation to it, so Australia are going to need to do something about it. They're separating the team out here. Pummy's still on the point, capturing it. The rest of India managing to hold down the fort. Captain Prash just ducking and weaving and ducking as Quinn's already gone down. Iron Man feeling a little bit cold about things, but this fight has not really gone the way of Australia.
I don't understand why teams play a lot of...
Iron Man going down is a really important one. Nanda staying alive.
Orisa.
Will be able to dust off Nanda and
Master Splinter. Appreciate the massive new tier 1 sub as well, my friend.
Rotating back to it, Australia trying to back cap, but no such luck.
I see what Australia's game plan was there. Okay, they don't bother going for the point. They knew Pummy was capping. They're saying we can.
What is he doing?
5 versus 4.
What is he doing? What?
Slides off the map. Sadly, no jump at the end of that slide.
Yeah, big unforced error there.
Well, they do trade one back. This is not awful.
Yeah,
Pummy?
Really important fight on Aki, who did have the coalescence, but they lost the
Pummy?
point, unfortunately.
Bro, you know what's actually really crazy? They're all fucking in a LAN, so they're all like boot camping. Everyone's there in the same room, and he just did that. If I was his teammate, bro, I'd be like...
Going down, but Akash was in that brawl for so long. It forces out a blizzard from Nanda. They found the tank for it in Australia, collecting even more kills. Honestly, if Pummy had
watch the interview after this game, it's hilarious. I'm watching everything.
Getting that kill on
I don't want to miss anything with the World Cup, bro, because this is the first time streamers and content creators can watch the World Cup, and I'm going to take advantage of it, bro. I love the World Cup. Strawberry, I appreciate the massive 5 get the subs as well.
Very competitive final round.
Absolutely insane. Stealing, tied for first place with Hypno Gnome.
Okay, it's going to be Blizzard thrown out here from Iron Man on the defensive, but it got eaten up. Wow. Very nicely done.
Nice. Good shit, fucking Sabina.
Not a lot of pressure. India have gone in deep with their ultimate usage now.
Did you watch any of these games live? No. These are the 8-pack games. I'm asleep. It is 1 a.m. where I live when these games happen.
So Australia a little bit leaner on ultimates as well after all this, but it's looking like a late death to come through on a cash note. Forces Quinn away and late death on Bertlog instead.
Well, Bertlog will be able to come back pretty quickly as a Lucio player, but
India has the worst players.
To at least the Orisa is the match with their own.
Why aren't you representing your country then?
Fed up with the Ramacha gameplay into this, Smera. India have largely kind of struggled up against the, I think, trump cards and
Where are you in the World Cup?
the extra picks that Australia are coming
Strawberry! Appreciate the massive gift this up.
find
Again,
out.
stealing first place.
Pubby at least has that overclock. Damage coming through onto Aki. Pubby taking a bit of a restart, otherwise fine. As ultimate now available for
I don't understand
Cash. They
how
don't really have any play on any actual
Plat
minutes here.
chatters
There we
are gonna
Breaking
go
off
say
Aki
that
as
people
well.
representing their countries in the
Just
World Cup are
destroyed
bad
on the
players.
point. India
Ain't
will
no
be able to
way,
catch,
bro.
Catch this cap. God, those are two very similar words.
Kuffer gets out alive, importantly, there as well, so no delay on Kuffer's life. Good spare into Cash to be able to exit. Australia losing out on being able to just finish the map then and there, as it was the snipe from Pummy.
Sorry, chat. My bad. Not plat. Bronze. Is that better?
Now. Okay, we've got Sound Barrier coming on through. Australia really start to move up towards important game-winning ultimates. That is a huge kill from Pummy because that will slow down Australia. Might actually force Australia to reset. And given Australia resetting here, if they do, Nat is locked out. He has to ice block.
Yeah, you see Cuff on the wrong side of this as well.
India's catch up goals.
Back. This is, yeah, such an important break.
Bro, these South Korean players are so boosted. I'm silver. The whole South Korean team that's won multiple championships in the Overwatch League are all boosted.
Which will be important in the ultimate trades, in the Blizzard trade for sure.
Listen, straight down the whole team. India trying to rotate backwards, not able to get out in time. The Blizzard there, 99% for Australia. So pretty much as soon as they get this regrab, it's going to be all over. And Iron Man threw down his ultimate and died.
Bro, this is a really great fucking series, bro. I can't believe I missed this stuff. All three matches went to like 99-99. Fuck, man.
India will be playing fairly standard here. It's the Soja and Mei combination.
Japan versus South Korea was Shambali. We'll check it out. Like I said, we're doing all the APAC games today.
The spawn camp. Australia wants to recognize the spawn camp. I think Nami
Let's see
stays
it.
on the Hanzo here.
Actually, really interesting that teams actually spawn camp on this map.
Yeah, and here we go, just rolling out very quick into the brawl. Nanda a little bit cold, a little bit surrounded, but it's Iron Man who's really taking the majority of the beating. Nami, as you said, on the off angle. There we go, already finding Iron Man.
Take care, Strawberry.
Early spawn camp, not quite working out for India. If they can maybe pick up a kill here, they could turn things back around, but not in great shape. But Cash getting a little bit on the low side. No more Immortality Field available, unfortunately, is on cooldown. Abs now dropped as well. That'll be a clean start here for Australia, getting out the base and underway.
Yep, one last player left to go through, and unfortunately it's a bit of a self-stagger, as Nami already takes the payload away. So the early gamble for the spawn camp doesn't really work out too well for India. You'd like to get more than 1 minute out of the defense.
I don't know why people spawn camp.
Side, you want to make sure that
when they could just hold right here. I'm pretty sure you're only going to get 2 fights regardless. But
spawn camp,
yeah, what's up?
Roughly only shaved off about 35 seconds.
Huh?
A little bit below time. Do you want a bit more out of that?
Yeah, I told you, be safe. Like,
Iron Man picked off again.
Danny, appreciate the massive 32 months, my friend.
Australia leaning into that Immortality Field, going to keep those members just fine. Aki has the ultimate available.
Oh no, when you spawn...
Just yet. No kills.
Oh, never mind. When you spawn camp, do you take chat? When you spawn camp on Shambali, do you get 3 fights instead of 2?
Trying to get around to the cart, and the fight's completely topsy-turvy.
No, it's only 2. It's only 2.
Slowed up a little bit, but still technically moving as they clean up the entirety of the Indian squad.
So why would you spawn camp? Why wouldn't you play on that high ground and just waste as much time as you want? They literally tried to spawn camp and they got deleted.
He does have the annihilation as well, but Team Australia...
One of the World Cup people you interviewed said that?
It's like all 5 members that contributed towards that kill. Some of the window damage does come through as well. And
like I said, I don't remember anything.
And if Akash was able to stay up longer, maybe they actually fight through the window being dropped by Aki. At least at minimum, they're forced 3 extra ultimates from Team Australia, but ends up being very cheap. And beyond that, they got an extra ultimate out of Akash, which makes things super good for Australia.
Yeah, not able to particularly slow down the cart either during these fights. So you see a lot of time on the clock here. Already halfway through this stretch of push.
Dragon Strike is great here, by the way, as well.
Yeah, just straight down narrow corridor. Blizzard going to be thrown out. Oh, Dragon Strike directly on top. You can see Akash has been caught out in it. And there we go. As soon as the
Team Australia is going to be a very fun team to watch and at LAN.
As well, and India are just absolutely
wait, no, the LAN. Well, they're going to be on LAN.
And they are actually still in the cart this time. Iron Man just kind of throwing his body.
What team is Punk on again, chat?
Not a great slowdown, all things considered.
Is he still in the Overwatch League?
Just kind of enjoying some free push.
It might be enough of a slowdown though, because pressure's on 99%. Akash is back.
Wait, he's on Vancouver?
And then they can extend this one with a sound barrier, but a touch has to happen now.
Damn, that's actually really funny.
No
Akash will give up straight.
Luminosity, the org that I'm, you know, streaming under, chat.
Iron Man was too far behind, so India didn't want to go as far.
One of their teams is Vancouver Titans. Tells you how much tells you how smart I am.
In a potentially losing situation, Pummy already taking an absolute beating, able to pull back to the immortality field. Akash slows down once again. Captain Pressure's not into the sound barrier. Burlog used his. Captain Pressure's held on, and that's with Pummy using an ultimate as well, still super low. I mean, at this point, they need to either commit some ultimates or just back out.
Oh,
devastating. Gets cancelled out. Oh, that was an absolute heartbreaker for India. Really non-committal, and it ends up costing them dearly.
It's costing them huge because they got team wiped.
4 minutes and 25 seconds, and they're almost done.
At some point as well. And now Australia marching this payload to the end, and they got tons of time. Look at that. More than 421 is what they had. Look, they've run out of ultimates, and India will have to play the Blizzard now.
It's the only thing they've got on the docket, and they've got the cart at least very targetable, shall we say, with that Blizzard. Iron Man already having to
I feel like Mail is so fucking useless, because look, everyone's always getting out of it, and they have speed. If you throw Mail, they speed away.
With that, here we go. Nami committing that one out. Akash taking a bit of a beating, has the Annihilation running. He's already super low. Look at that, gets finished off anyway. Immortality Field does get finished off, but at that point, Australia 2 kills up, largely uncontested here. And absolutely brutal.
3 minutes and 42 seconds.
For Australia.
Like, you might not have cast this map before, but I can tell you 3:42 is an insane time. That is a lot of time on this map. A map that I said before we even came in was going to be like a difficult map to cap. And that's true because most times I've seen this map played, especially on, you know, any of the most recent matches where Ram, Brawl, Rush, Mirror is the ideal composition to play. So I think in the Sigma meta, this was like a far easier map to cap. But now that we've entered full Ram meta for this
Kazur, appreciate the massive 3 months, my friend.
On B, especially the fact that Australia got through B seamlessly is the biggest issue for India. Because C is an easier point than B. A is debatably easier than B as well. B for this matchup is where most teams fail, and India just they got heavily snowballed.
Thanks! I appreciate the massive 2,000 bits, my dude. How's your day today?
About to roll through. Payload at good pace.
Good. Went to the gym, came home, ate food, shaved. Now we're watching the games that we missed, which have been so far pretty fucking entertaining.
And then India wasn't able to, despite I think the well-decided choice of Captain Price to go for a bit of solar payload wasn't long enough, sadly, to allow India to regroup together for a final contest on B. And they went for an early contest on the C, which I personally don't agree with. I think early contests on C are not that strong. I'd rather they just throw ultimates, your 4v5. Yeah, play the 4v5. Use the sound barrier. Force the sound barrier to Burlog. At least both teams are going to have to spend for that. Australia definitely got to spend because they can't afford to lose their fight. They got a cap. So I think you'd rather just lose at the end of B, force ultimates, and then play C afterwards.
The entire rhythm of India just kind of fell off on that defense. We'll have to see if they can get their groove back on the offense. Ice Wall forcing Australia back to start with does at least get them a bit of payload movement. So no super early spawn camp here from Australia, just getting muscled back bit by bit. We'll have to see what the first casualty ends up being, and it's going to be Nami caught up on the side. Nanda dropped down as well pretty quickly thereafter, and that'll be Australia removed handily from the card.
Yeah, as soon as Australia started backing out, losing the corner, Nami can't afford to just chill on the off angle. Maybe if he wasn't spotted at all, but he's not playing like someone that has real one-shot potential. He had to build up for rails, and there's no way you can just sneak up on someone in India and rail them. It's just not possible. So Nami, unfortunately, is just going to cop an early death there. Punk, sorry, not Punk. The rest of Australia would have likely have been fine if they all pulled back together as a 5 and just play the longer sight lines. India now pushing up ramp, which ramp
why do teams spawn camp, bro, when they just fucking die? I feel like spawn camping on this map is not the way to go. Or maybe they're just really bad at it.
Ultimate's nearly available.
Yep, Abs and Aki. Coalition's first, I think.
Yep. Very quick commit there from India, trying to leave.
So you get 2 fights on first? I'm pretty sure you get 2 fights on first regardless.
They find Nanda out though. Akash getting aggressive in his own right. Sound barrier to keep the team nice and toasty as they collect Punk, Burtlog, and Nami.
Wow.
That'll be the cap coming across. Pretty good time.
It's expensive for Australia because they use 2 ultimates there as well, including the Annihilation for Punk. So it's almost like the exact same scenario flipped where Akash used and died with the Annihilation and their 8-point defense, so the cap came through anyway. Here, it's Punk on Australia's 8-point defense that ends up using through the Annihilation to not a lot of results, but on top of that, they also lost the window. India spends more because they had to spend 2, but Australia also spending 2 means we're matched at parity. But India win the fight, they push on through, they're in a better spot. And they have 3 ultimates still.
This is about the same amount of time as Australia were pulling as they were passing through B as well, and already about halfway through. No immortality field here for Australia, has already gone. Just trying to get aggressive here is Pummy right to the back. This is the rail shot. Whoa.
There's no way his supports kept him alive there. Chat, that's why when you play support, you don't go on the fucking flank in DPS and think you're a DPS player. No, you're a healer. Heal. Say it with me. Heal. Heal. Heal your team. You are a healer. Heal.
It almost paid off. He just needed to be able to. He did miss one round, but he eventually matches up and gets a couple of frags in there. The issue is India overcommitting to saving Pummy. A lot of players that were going on the high ground. Akash caught our solo on the payload, I believe. I don't think he was one of the players that went up there. And Australia just cut their losses. Okay, we don't have to just all focus down Pummy here, and we can just go for the actual tank line. Akash is vulnerable. He ults, but not going to be strong enough, sadly.
Iron Man. He's been able to sneak up. They have not noticed him here. Going to deploy Blizzard directly on top of Australia. Very nicely placed. Loses his own life for immediately, though. And that's going to take off a lot of their potential damage output. Were not able to kill off Punk, who was otherwise frozen up and largely vulnerable. Struggling to get that payload a little bit further up. Now, Cash burned down. So much damage out. Just the freeze beam across the storm arrows as well.
Wes, appreciate the massive 5 months, my friend. How you doing?
For India.
And this is what I'm talking about, right? B is quite difficult to push into. These caves, a lot of teams will falter in here. India might meet the same fate Akash is going over towards the Doom. They've given up on the Ram comp entirely.
Nah, the people are saying support are the same people who go on the fucking backline as Moria and try to fucking support by doing damage and then fucking throwing because you're not healing.
With the wall. Australia, okay, Punk's disconnected. That's rough. Punk was on like 80, high 80s for the Annihilation.
We are back underway. Does have to take all that loss of charge and walk back.
The payload is going to freely push potentially into the open.
Yeah. Which is right where they want India, forcing a fight before Punk can quite get back with the team. Akash on that Doomfist, and here we go. You got Punk in the mix now, but Nanda already down and out for the count. Nice shot across onto Nami. Pummy really feeling himself down the Sojourn with no mortality field in place.
Jesus Christ.
Punk as well. Trying his own life for it, but the damage has long since been done.
Look at that.
It'll be hard to get a similar time as what Australia got here, obviously, on point C, but still, cap in sight.
Look, I don't know, dude. If there is a god,
yo, India's doing really well, bro. Supers, I appreciate the massive 5 to the subs as well, my friend. Absolutely insane. But the one bad thing about what happened to Australia is that Punk could have had his ult, but he did DC, dude.
That's all that was, because Punk was nearly on Annihilation. Australia in good position to defend, and being now taken, India given a shot, a chance.
Very unfortunate. Oh, nice catch onto Pummy. Slows down India in a big way, and they are fully left running for the hills.
Oh, almost a good wall. Holy shit.
Nearly got caught behind a wall there. That would have been pretty staggering. I don't know that the Doom composition has enough stability to make it towards the end of the map. I think it's fine for like a one and done. You push through B.
What's your opinion on Finland? You mean Winland?
But now that we're on to seeing what sort of longevity does this comp really have. Can you really brawl through? Eventually, Punk catches up and gets his Annihilation again. Australia can play this choke for quite a reasonable while.
Oof, Akash has to go in for a Meteor Strike, has to decide whether to use it defensively or aggressively, trying to wait out Nanda. No such luck. Nanda was still in that ice cube for long enough, but does die to a body. Rain shot, but dealt with the Immortality Field. Aki, sound barrier in his back. Akash and Iron Man both down, a 2 for 2 so far. Or 1 for 2 rather, Punk.
There's no way they kept Punk alive, dude. Holy shit. The healers did a good job at healing him to keep him alive.
Think about it. Not on the backline. Avs and pressure on ultimates, so that's not going to change for now. Just so much slowdown. I mean, India are kind of lucky in the fact that because we're on an escort, there's not going to be a draw-only scenario, but there's been major slowdowns here. B was a major slowdown. C at the beginning of C is now a major slowdown for India. Australia They could just bleed the entire timer down. It could be that India don't cap until the OT if they cap at all.
This is a winning scenario for Australia right now. Bertlog down early though.
This is so dumb, bro. Seeing a healer do that.
Pug down as well. So this will be India finally getting back underway, getting back in control of the cap.
Big last kill.
The cap is on the docket for them. 1:25. Australia, they could yet hold out though, and that would be a series win for them.
Well, this is where now the ultimates that we were waiting for does come through pretty strong as well. Punk on the Annihilation after disconnecting earlier on. Prash is ready for that one with the sound barrier. He wants to hold it.
All right, very early on in the fight, but that's Punk using the Annihilation, Nami using the overclock as well. Pummy has his own running. What can he find? Trying to go dueling with Nami. No, loses his life. Aki's got him. A lot of low members on Australia here, but critically not there to catch. Dusted off as well. And with that, India gonna have to walk away. Tail between the legs on this one. Not quite getting the cap across, but just enough time for one last go around.
But they really
Good
lack
D
resources now. I think that sound barrier did
from Australia.
as much as it could really do. I mean, it kind of got double valued there. Was a little bit of layering of ultimates. Overclock came through. Annihilation didn't take too long afterwards, and well, sound barrier roughly covered at least the start of the Annihilation. Punk got low HP there, so he didn't even get maximum value out of his ult. Iron Man now changed over towards Genji, so we're slowly moving over towards more of a dive composition for India and away from the Brawl Mirror.
Well, they're going to be able to accomplish just under 20 seconds on the clock. Akash has to go in for it. Not quite getting the
you saw that. That looked like it was ping. That hit looked ping related, bro.
Where's Akash going to reposition to? Wasn't able to go for Nanda once again. A little bit low, bumping it back. Need to start getting to the cart. Blizzard down from Nanda.
Wait, how's he frozen? How's he frozen? He's out of the ult! Blizzard!
And there we go. 3 members dead for India. No response. No kills in return. Blizzard down from Nanda. Zoning them.
How?
Away, Akash is frozen, Prash is down, and there we go. 3 members dead for India, no response, no kills in return, and that's the defense, that's the hold that Australia were looking for, even with Punk disconnecting in a critical moment. Australia smooth 2-0 despite India's challenge.
And this was
Wazzy, appreciate the best of get this on, my friend.
For the exact reason I outlined, I said that perhaps the Farah.
Wait, someone said the interview after this game was really funny, so we're gonna stay here and listen to the interview.
Well, let's go ahead and catch up with Kuffer to see how he feels about this this fantastic win. Kuffer, congratulations. I'll start off with a quick, easy softball question. This is the classic sports interview. How are the boys feeling right now?
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, we've pretty much guaranteed our way to America now, so that's good. Chill. Exciting.
Yeah, I'll check in with you about where the team is looking towards in terms of your playtime versus Punk's playtime. I think in the opening week, Punk played a little bit more. You sort of only came in towards the end of week 1. You started to play today. You came in for Nepal, and then Punk obviously comes in to play the Ram. So I don't know if ping plays a bit of a factor in there in terms of choosing, or is it more just match dependent for comps? You know, how's the team handling the substitution between you and Punk at the moment?
It's more map dependent for comps. So like maps when we play Monkey mainly is the maps that I'm going to play, like Orisa. And then Ram comps, he'll play Diva comps, Sig comps. So yeah, I'm mainly just like Monkey and Orisa right now. And we had this like lined up what we're going to play on Nepal. So Orisa comp 1 map, Monkey comp 1 map, one map Ram. So it just made sense to put me in for this one. And Ilios last week, like we played Diva, so Punk played that game. And then the Legion game,
no way.
I played as well.
Nah, dude.
So yeah,
legendary. Appreciate the 100 bits, my friend. Really?
Kuffer, I wanted to ask, you've had probably your 2
Jay3, I'd throw myself into a wood chipper just for that chance to become your toilet paper.
So is the team feeling pretty comfortable now? Is there any other teams that you're like going, nope, you know, we've got to make sure we're really switched on for that? Or is it everyone kind of relaxing a little bit more because the hardest 2 are probably under your belt?
I mean, we don't want to put the foot off the gas, but like it's looking good. Like we should qualify. We'd be India and Thailand. It'll be fun to versus New Zealand. I feel a bit bad for what I said on the broadcast last time. I didn't really mean it to go that far. But yeah, it was a good series today. A lot of Ajaxes.
Just the one, but one is enough. You know, one is too many.
No, there was 3. There was 3.
3?
3.
How many more times? Wait, who else Ajax?
Were we watching this game?
I missed. Did I miss 2?
Captain Prash, he Ajax 3 times in that series.
Really? I called
One,
when were the
once
other
on
2?
Shambali, once on Nepal Sanctum with the Blizzard, and then once
I
on
missed that one.
Right.
once on Village or Skyrise, the one where we played Farah. So yeah, 3 times in the series.
Okay, there it is.
In 2
What's an Ajax? An Ajax is when a Lucio's going to ult, but then he dies or like gets canceled while he's dropping the beat because he jumps when he beats. He like breaks it down.
I'll throw a bit of a wider one cut for obviously
Melvin,
as we
please
said,
don't
you're
have a
likely
dude.
going to qualify into the group stages of the World Cup now. You've only got a couple of matches left. All of which
Cat,
are looking
be nice, bro.
winnable for you guys. As much as I hate to say that about my own national team. Looking more broadly, are there what teams?
I'm guessing it's named after a person.
Really
Yes, it's named after Ajax.
In your group, assuming you qualify, what teams would you really want to have a chance to play against? Like, what are there any thoughts, in fact, about the rest of the teams in this tournament that you might now have to play in the groups?
I think it's just like a bit of a storyline. You know, you want to avoid Korea at all costs, giving out a lost history with Australia versus them. But no, the rest, bring it on. Yeah, it'll be chill.
I know you.
Damn, the rest bring it on. So they ain't scared of Japan. They ain't scared of USA.
Well, congratulations,
They ain't
Cup,
scared
as
of
we said.
anyone.
So the
Damn.
last, serious challenge for
Only
you guys
South
out
Korea.
of the way, barring Act of God, you should be comfortably qualifying out. In fact, I think mathematically they are definitely going to qualify. It's just a question of
I think so,
whether
yeah.
it's in first or second place. We'll let you catch up with the rest of the team and celebrate and enjoy your victory, bask in the glow of it for the time being. Congratulations, and we'll catch you at the next one.
Thank you. See ya.